Hello and welcome back, everybody. We sealed... Well, we killed the Aoife tree, it looks like. And at least two of us made it. Well, the two worlds are gonna merge? Oh, they gave up on us. No, she wants us to live. She's afraid to be hopeful. Yay! I can feel them. Oh, I can see them. Oh, we gotta loop in more of the... more of the other characters for the final act. Still not sure why she wasn't joining us, but no matter. From the Red Rose, all of them are involved. No, that's just Beatrix's. Oh, okay. Kuja? Or Zidane is what I want to know. And is the Aoife tree gonna destroy everything? The real enemy was trees all along. What happened to the whatever. Now this would be too simple. You gotta do it. Yeah, now's a good time. We know he's gonna die. There you go. I appreciate this nobility in Zidane's spirit. Like, say what you will, he's consistent. He's your brother, man. Because Kucha was first in line and he was in second place. Yeah, there you go. Change the order. Now this is who you are. Yeah, Queenie gets it. Do you think we could eat the Aoife tree? I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. Like, we ate the Earth Guardian. That's right. Sometimes you gotta roll a hard 6, man. There you go. Vivi inspired him. Oh, there we go. It's a group. Nice touch. What? Yeah, I guess we are waiting for the world to die. I mean, I'm not really sure. He changed lots. Aiko, are you going to confess your feelings? There we... Yes! I like how on the nose she was. Nice. The journey never ends for Quina. She needs to become a gourmand. Don't know where, don't know where. The lesson is throw your life away. I think they're departing in reverse order that they met. Which is a nice touch. There we go. Can you say the words? You were a good mechanism for personal growth, is what I'm hearing. And? Yeah, that'll happen. I don't really know why we're taking off. Well, it's for the drama. At least we can enjoy the music. For now, just you wait. Sort of an iconic shot there. I don't get the sudden about face from Kuja. Alright, go get him, big guy. It always kind of bugged me that he wasn't CG'd in this situation, because whatever. So I think the infantry is just trying to kill everything. It's got a thing with souls. And vine surfing. We found him! A very Matrix-like shot. Now, I know belly flopping at that distance looks like it would be squashed tomatoes, but he's okay. We've killed Ozma. Climb your way back out now. This tree really is horrible. If Makoto's little sis, he's big brother. On no point have we listened to anything you said, man. And that answer is no. Yeah. Guess he's got a fresh perspective on life. Oh, he repented a bit. Well, don't worry about the word deserve then. Yeah. And then? Well, that's what we call irony, folks. Even though I was trying to kill you literally 20 minutes ago. Alright, everyone, who is Zidane? Who's your defining gesture? Everything that happened. His final act is to cover his brother and try protecting him one last time. Well, and kind of for a first time. Kodo knows. Yeah, I guess for the genomes. Showed that you can make a choice. Zidane kind of rejected that too. Well, I mean, they were created for the wrong reason, but that only bears so much meaning. Alright, welcome to the ending next. Got our boy Vivi again, or is it? Just another black mage that looks like him. Makes me wonder if they're reproducing. Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Vivi, oh. But with who? I guess that explains why I had so many. And this letter is from Vivi, just so you know. Yeah, Friley's coming around. Oh, is he remembering? Which one of you is saying that? Well, there we go. Fell in love with her all again. It's hard to make the good times last. Yeah, you're getting an upgrade. Oh. Beatrix retiring? Yeah, I think she could use a fresh start after everything, too. You'll always be in our heart's sentiment, and we'll always have the memories. Always kind of bugged me. Quote an Arcade Fire song, I know you're living in my mind. It's not the same as being alive. Oh, hey, Lanny, remember her? Do you think the contract to kill Dagger expired? Like, I get the sentiment that you have the memories of when you were a person and you have the impressions they made on your personality as a way of a continuation of who they were. Like, the way maybe they've sort of conformed just ideas you have or beliefs you have. It's a continuation of them. But it's not the same. It's a cutout piece of a photocopy. They adopt her? The Hildegard 4 will take us there. My goodness, it is the 4. Yeah, I guess he built... Yeah, they adopted him, and I guess he built a new theater ship. Or adopted her, pardon me. Oh, he embraced it! Because, look, Aiko's not exactly... I mean, if you could pick from a catalog, that's not the one you'd order. You're gonna have to say it, Steiner. Good start. Oh, there you go. Also, I like that she's still carrying the sword. That's right. And this the final Hironobu Sakaguchi one, I think. Oh, little did we know what we were saying goodbye to. Twas the last Final Fantasy with heart. Goodbye, Vivi. I think that sounded better in Japanese. But let's just say he's trying to say that everything he's been is going to be lost like tears in the rain. Just like the game started. It's kind of interesting, actually. Most Final Fantasy games... No, it won't. They don't actually show what happens to the characters too much into the future. And like you can see, some of the group, they've mostly gone back to their separate ways. You know, Steiner's still around. But of the 6 that remain, going back. Is it I want to be your... Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Lord Steiner. He's been promoted. I want to be your canary too. Also, I love his haircut. I didn't notice that the first time. We get to see what happens, because the play kind of went sideways last time. A recurring theme in the game. I don't know, it seems like a raw deal. There we go. Nice homage there. But who's under the robe? You see, she's voicing how Dagger feels. Alright, time to ruin it blank. That's just his part. The abduction? And now the final scene you'll recall, with the murder-suicide last time. Well, manslaughter-suicide last time. Oh. Oh, it is Shakespearean. He was a traitor. Are you that side? Well, I'm sure she'll come around. Also, I like the paper moon in the background of the play. It's a nice touch. Oh, day breaks. I enjoyed the music there. I wanted to just let it play out. Get ready for it. Bring me my beloved dagger to me. It's a very Christmas movie moment. He's alright, he saved the world. I do like that you sort of know where she's going because we've been in this area enough and they kept the layout all the same. It's a nice tracking shot. Also, Steiner would have come in handy for a moment like this, but I like it. She's worn it the entire game. Now to be pocketed. Like Cordelia and Marcus. She doesn't want to wear the crown, casts it aside. Even that's a little touch I like. A little bit of anger there. Yay! Not unlike the shot at the beginning of the game with the sword.
So, I sang your song from our mixtape.
Alright, and now we get Melodies of Life. If you loved Eyes on Me, you're in luck. But I'm gonna talk over it. Because it hurts me. So, it doesn't make me angry the way it did originally. And I mean, I remember watching the game for the first time and thinking, boy, I kind of wish Zidane lived. It's a shame he, you know, decided to go back for his brother and made his final act, you know, one last effort to protect him and just to sort of reaffirm the values he's like preached throughout the entire game and he's embodied. And then he just kind of was like, actually, I don't want to die here. See ya, Kuja. I want dagger. I'm 17. And so he just sings her song and he's alive and they're together now. So it's like, it's a happy ending, but why did they set it? I don't know. And they tried to do the twist. Anyway, I still find it a little frustrating, but I mean, I knew it was coming this time, so the sensation of being a little cheated isn't quite there. So I think playing through it again, a lot of the things I thought the first time are still the case. Oof. Opinion of this song has not changed. Like, you can just feel the 90s make-out pop. You know what? I will give you 1 billion Get Dave points if you slow dance with someone to this song. It's 1 million if it's an animal. Like, find your special someone right now. If you haven't got anyone, don't worry. They would probably break up with you after this action. But, you know, if you want to roll the dice for 1 billion Get Dave points, get the slow dance ready. But wait till the synth picks up. Anyway, you know, the game mechanics, like the way the ATB sort of gets bottled up, that still is kind of a little fromage. The math of the battle, which sounds like nitpicking, but it really the saying of Final Fantasy Tactics. Everybody feels it, even if they don't analyze it. That's still a little rough. Like, it's a very binary battle system. And a lot of good stuff happens in the middle range. That's where the meat and potatoes is. Although, sort of rapidly swinging values in like battles has always been a problem of Final Fantasy. Just because there's so many situations where you either like absorb an attack and get healed by it, or you just get killed. And it's like, that sort of stuff is bad for tactical play, I think. Anyway. And then the story kind of went off the deep end a little bit. I feel bad saying all these bad things. Like, the story went a little bit off the deep end, but that's kind of okay. If you have like a strong character drama, that'll be okay. If you're still like empathetic and, I don't know, interested in them, it's okay if the plot goes a little sideways. So the stuff where they're like, there's 2 planets. Okay, slow dance. Close the eyes, lovers. Alright. I don't know, you can forgive stuff like the 2 planets fusing and there's extraterrestrials and all that weird stuff. That's okay. Zidane is still... like, he's not my favorite protagonist of all time, but he's still compelling and like he has an interesting thing to say, and it's interesting to see like a really good moral hero, like interested in like justice, who's not like a choir boy. Like, he's doing it in like a very, I don't know, non-status quo-ish kind of way. But the ending is a little tough for me, just because then they kind of undercut all of that at the end. So, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did the stuff with the crystal at the last minute. I don't know why they did the stuff with Necron. Like, just, if you're writing a story, or if you're doing a video game, if you're tasked with directing Mass Effect 3 and you can somehow receive this message from the future, don't introduce a completely new concept at the very, very, very end. You can have it if it's like an extension of the theme you've been working on. But like the embodiment of sort of nihilism, and it's there to destroy the crystal, and as opposed to the concept of life, and also you just found out about the crystal a few minutes ago, you shouldn't do that. Because there's things. Because we didn't care about it, basically. We care about Zidane, we care about Dagger, we want things to work out between them. At least I do. Don't really care about the crystal, because it's not really... I guess it's the origin of all life, but I mean... we've been more talking about, like, Gaia and Terra and Mist and souls and trees. And they're like, by the way, this is... you're preventing the annihilation of the universe. Because a guy who can't cope with death, which is a theme of the game, he just wants to smash it first. And yes, the symbolic union of Zidane and Dagger, and Terra and Gaia. But I've sort of focused on the negatives. We have an interesting viewpoint from Zidane. We got Vivi as a really good character. Every character has a pretty cool arc for the most part. I mean, I think Steiner's is probably the most explicit. But I mean, Dagger and Vivi and Zidane too. So I'd say I've relented a bit in my negativity, because things like the charm of the game was really... that was lost on me the first time I played through it. I took it for granted that Final Fantasy games, like, I don't know, it just made you feel good to play them. And I didn't appreciate, like, I remember the narrative of the time and feeling it a little bit. It didn't bug me as much as most people, but the narrative that, you know, Final Fantasy's gotten too sci-fi. We got to get back to our roots. A lot of people forget that Final Fantasy 1, you know, there were swords and magic, but there were also robots and flying space castles. So it's always firmly had a foot in both camps. I mean, science fantasy. They didn't really get into the mechanisms of how things work. They did in this one. There's souls and there's rules for how they get piped around. Anyway, I took a lot of the good things for granted. I think a lot of people did. I even think of like Spoony One. He did a review of Final Fantasy VIII and just ripped it way back in the day, and then he did one of Final Fantasy XIII and just opened with an apology to FF8. And I mean, for me, it's 9 where it's like, man, I didn't like the ending, therefore it's a bad game. A really bad ending can ruin an entire game. Just like you can have the best day of your life, but if it ends in a car accident, you don't really want to be like, oh, but we had a lot of fun at 7 p.m. before the accident at 7:45. It's like, it sours the whole thing. This isn't the case. It's just a little, like, it's a thematic contradiction, and then you're not really sure what the story of the game is. It's really only Vivi's story that maintains its punch through the whole thing. Yeah, it's an interesting problem where we have what we kind of wanted to happen. We want the happy ending with Zidane and Dagger. I think most people are on board with that. You want them to find this happiness, but yeah, he kind of chose not to do that and changed his mind. Anyway, it's a complicated thing. I don't know. I'm gonna need to digest it. I still don't know what I think. But thank you for joining me. Enjoy the music. I always have a hard time turning this off at the end because it's just one of the prettiest things you can ever hear. I'll see you on the next Let's Play.